right, before we get into part 2 of our customer service video with my very special guest, Frank O, I'd like to say that today is a very, very important day. Today is the day that we should all be out there voting. Yes, that's right. I already voted sometime this afternoon. I'm not going to tell you who I voted for because I don't want to sway anyone's votes in any way or another. Not that anyone would vote the way I voted just because of me, but just in case, I'm not going to say who I voted for as of yet. And if they win, they win. If they don't, they don't. But like everyone's saying, anyone but Harper. So, right? So now we're going to get into the second half of this video. Get off your ass, go down and vote, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.
And basically, he came out to me. He came out to me without knowing me. He just found the place, felt comfortable in the stuff we were selling and things. And he came out to me and asked me all sorts of questions of like the things that he was into, where to go, and so on and so forth. And I told him who to talk to. I told him where to go. And you know what? 2 years after that, he was Mr. Leather Vancouver 2011. That was awesome. My favorite. That was my favorite. I still, to this day, I love telling that story because it kind of, you know what I mean?
That's awesome. I don't think I've ever, like, I had a customer give me a bottle of vodka once.
Nice.
I had a customer come into my store and give me a bottle of vodka once because they had come in, I think, 2 weeks earlier and were trying to describe their girlfriend. And, you know, listen, guys don't pay attention to sizes, girls. Whether you like it or not, you're being a size 00 or whatever doesn't matter to them. This is what matters to them. How big is she? She's about, that's it. And apparently I had gotten him the exact right size. And so he had seen me working, had walked past my store and had come back and bought me like this jazz bottle of vodka and was like, I wanted to thank you. Everything worked out great. And it was like some sort of like big present. And I was like, wow, that's awesome. That to me, like, you know, I never really had like, I'm very open about being trans. So people, I do have a customer at Rexall who didn't know I was trans, but is trans themselves. And I had come out to her and she just sort of like looked in awe and was like, oh, I want to like look like you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know, it all takes time. Like you just started your transition. And so every time she comes in, she's like super sweet and super nice and I love her. And she's really beautiful too. Like she's a really pretty girl. She knows who she is, if you're watching. But yeah, she's really, really nice. And you know, those are my experiences. I had a really sort of like awkward experience once at the Bay recently where I was up in the, I was buying towels because I had, don't judge me, I have a VIP card for the Bay because I apparently spend more than $2,000 a year there, which is kind of weird. Because I don't really think I spend that much money there, but apparently I do.
Adds up.
Exactly, right? And so, you know, I tend to be a little vocal about like, you know, my experiences, and I got coupons to go to the Bay and that gave me like 20-30% off or something like that. So regular coupon would have been like 10%, like it's like the two of them come in, so like for a regular person it was 10%, for VIP it was like 20-25% on top of sale prices. So, and the regular one was like just 10% off, not on top of sale prices, so like my discount was going to be really good. So I decided that I needed to buy new towels. I'm doing it on my way to work, so I have a very limited amount of time.
Yeah.
I budgeted myself for a half hour, which should have been more than enough time. However, when I got up to the Bay and this counter, this poor teeny tiny woman was all by herself, and she's got these two customers in front of her, and I'm lucky that I'm the one behind them because while my patience is veering very thin because these guys are being complete assholes to this woman, I want to do a return. I want to do this. What's the price on that? The price on that, you asshat, was on the shelf if you bother to look at it.
Yeah.
Just saying. Just saying. It's right there. If the price was this, it's now this. It's right fucking there. So this poor woman, and they're starting to get rude and everything. And I'm saying awkward because I felt like I should speak up and tell these women to shut up, and I didn't. Yeah. And then this poor woman behind the counter looks at me with this like stray dog abandoned in an SPCA look. Right? Isn't that a great word picture? Like she just was so she was like, I'm so sorry. And you know what? It was in that moment that I was like, I've been you. I've been you, and now I'm a customer. And I looked at her and I was like, it's okay. I was like, it's okay.
Yeah.
And then I remember her supervisor came over because then her till shut down for some reason. Two tills at this thing. One till shuts down. She's got no tills there now all of a sudden because the second one is shut down. Her supervisor comes over and drags the last couple customers away so that she can finish off with this thing. And I remember leaning into her and I'm like, you know what? Take a deep breath. They will be gone soon. Take a very deep breath. And I remember when I got up to the thing, I remember talking to the manager and saying, that woman is amazing, and you need to recognize that. She's like, yeah, she's great. I said, no. Don't give me the brush off. Yeah. She's amazing, and you need to recognize the fact that she was just dealing with a shitstorm, and you need to acknowledge that.
Totally.
Right? So...
Totally.
Yeah, that was good, because I was in Bikini Village once, and these two girls... P.S. I have never shopped at a Bikini Village since this experience, by the way. Just saying. So long, Bikini Village. It's so sad you closed on Queen Street. Not really. Your customer service reps were assholes. So I walk in, three girls in a store the size of my living room. 3 of them. All chit-chatting at the back. Not one of them looked up to serve me. I kid you not, because customer service is a very big thing for me, I'm very, I looked at my watch. Okay, I keep walking around, I'm walking around. 10 minutes goes by, they're still yip-yapping at the back, and still have not even acknowledged my existence. At all. So finally, I'm with my boyfriend at the time, and I was like, hold on a second. I walked over and said, do you have a 1-800 number? They were like, why? I said, because I'm about to call and complain about the fact that you just ignored me for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All you need to do is look up. Just look up. Acknowledge my entering your store. Acknowledge me. You could be busy. I don't care. Do what you're going to do.
Make eye contact.
Acknowledge me.
You let people know, like when people walk into a store, you might be busy. Make quick eye contact. They know you saw them. They know, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Exactly. Just acknowledge me that I'm in your store, because when you don't acknowledge me, it makes me feel like I don't matter to you. It makes me feel like my money doesn't matter to you, your store, or your brand.
Or you don't exist.
Exactly, or I don't exist. And that's kind of annoying.
Yeah, no, totally.
Right? My other quip, and this happens every day at Rexall, when you see someone walking around and they're obviously looking for something, and you ask them, do you need help? And they look at you and go, no, I'm good. And you continue to watch them looking around like idiots. If I ask you what you're looking for, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm trying to make your experience at my store a faster, more efficient experience. Do you understand that concept? I'm going to try to get you to what you need quickly and out of the store, because I get it. I may work at cosmetics and you may think that's the only department I know, but in my head right now, I could walk you down any aisle and tell you where almost everything in my store is. And if I don't know where it is, I can bring you to the person on the floor that knows where it is. And then I will go with them to find out where it is so that I know where it is for the next customer that asks. That's the most annoying thing for me.
Well, it's something that I actually do. Maybe it's a safe time. I don't know, but I will walk into the store if I have something in mind that I want to buy. Even if it's staring at me in the face and I'm not catching it right away.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a name tag or a uniform. Going, excuse me, where can I find? Oh, well, it's right here. And well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, you saved me a couple minutes, even though it was in front of my face. I could have gone around and looked for it, but I generally look for people who work there and ask questions, because you're working there. You know what the deal is.
But
here.
you know what? Like, listen, I touched on this earlier. I think that that's a customer service thing. We've worked customer service, so we get it. I know that you're being there as an employee. You're there to help me. Mm-hmm. You're there to really, like, help me. I get it. So, yeah, I'm exactly the same way. Like, so I go to HMV. I buy a lot of 3D Blu-rays because I like them and because they're good quality movies and because HMV has them for really cheap, right? And so I go to HMV and I know where the 3D Blu-ray section is. Unless you've moved it, I know where it is. I don't need your help.
Yeah.
I don't need your help, so I'm not going to ask you for it. And I beeline right for it. People will still say, "Do you need help?" No, I know exactly what I need. But thank you. Exactly. I know exactly where I'm going. I know exactly what I need. But thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I'm in a store where I don't know where anything is, the first thing I do is find someone who works there and say, "I'm really sorry. Can you either point me in the direction of this, or can you show me where it is? Because you probably know where I don't."
But most importantly, you said thank you, in the sense that, "Can I help you find something?" "No, I'm good, thank you." Instead of like,
Yeah. The ones that.
Leave me alone. No.
This girl. Huh?
What?
Huh? What? Can I help you? What?
Yeah.
Can I help you find? What? No, I'm good, thanks.
I always say, just like the same example you just gave, I've got something in mind, I'm going for it, and on the way to going for it, somebody will be like, "Is there anything I can help you find today?" And I'll be, "No, but thank you. I know exactly what I'm looking for. It's right over there, but thank you very much for your help." That's great customer service.
I'm constantly at the front cash. Like, we don't see a lot of people at the front cash. Like, we see people that ring through, but like where we're located, like, you know what I mean? But I'm constantly looking for customers when they come in to see if they look lost, to be like, "Oh, are you looking for something? I can point you to it, or I can bring you to it if I'm not busy." And that's another thing too. I've noticed this in a lot of other new customer service places. Longos does it too. We don't do the point. We don't do the point. We don't do the, unless we're super busy and I have no one else that can help you, we don't do the point. I will bring you to the product that you need.
Yeah.
And, like, a lot of times, a lot of people need stuff at the pharmacy. I'll always be like, "You know what, here's the product. If you have any questions, the pharmacist is right there. They'll be able to give you an informed answer." I can't do that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But but that's the part of our store. We don't generally point. We will generally take someone to... Right. Exactly. And I do the Vanna White. I do the Vanna. I do. I'll walk out and be like, "Ta-da!" I can't help it. It's just like, it's in me. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, it's also. I mean, it's a little more passive to ta-da than.
Yeah.
That just means like, I don't give a shit about you as a customer. Leave me alone. Go fucking find it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I'm always like, "Let me show you where it is. I'll let me bring you there. I'll show you where it is. No problem."
Yeah.
But yeah.
Now, how about bad bosses? Have you ever had bad bosses? Because I have a really good bad boss story.
I had an asshole ex-boss who kept pointing out that I was a tranny on a regular basis, and he was an openly gay man, and that really hurt me. People who know me know what employer that was, and you know what business I worked for, and I'm not going to say it again now because I'm not going to give him or them another 15 seconds of my time when it comes to airtime. But yeah, it was a really shitty experience. And the thing is that he and I were friends before I started working there, and then this experience of him being incredibly transphobic turned me against him as a person and against that brand company. Like, I have since I quit not once stepped into that store's brand.
Good.
Not once. Good. I will walk past it. I will go somewhere else. And now I'm actually working for their competition.
Well, there you go. Bad boss example for me is a long time ago. I used to sell jade. Okay. Now, most people don't know, but British Columbia jade is really hot right now because they've only found that jade deposit about 35 years ago.
Okay.
So a lot of countries, like Asian countries, South American countries, they're basically out of jade.
Right.
So our clientele was basically, because we were located by the cruise ship. When the cruise ships come in, there's a lot of people from Asia that want to buy our jade. Understandable, it's part of the culture and all this stuff. And the way that it worked at the store I worked at is that you get, I believe, that doesn't sound much, a 5% commission.
Right.
And now 5%.
Oh no, it adds up.
Yeah, it adds up. But check this out. Here's the thing: is you think 5%, you think maybe a little 5%. But now imagine 5% on a jade statue that is $14,000.
Wow.
Right? So it seemed for a while that until I basically didn't even give her a notice, I gave her her keys and said sayonara. Every time I would make a sale of over $10,000, she would grab it from me and run it through the till with her code so that my boss would get the commission on that. And I never once in the months that I worked there actually get the commission of a product that I sold. Can you believe that? I mean, she's on salary first of all. Like she's making more money than all of us.
More.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
And the worst part is that I must have spent 4 hours
Convincing
trying to communicate. Not only convincing, there was a language barrier.
Yeah.
Right? And just trying to be as articulate as I can to make this sale, and you know, hours and hours, and they're comparing this one to this other one. I mean, they're both like $14,000 and all that time spent, and I'm thinking, wow, you know, 5% commission on 14 grand is gonna be good just for today, let alone the rest of my week and what may be on my paycheck later.
That could have been like a $3,000-$4,000 paycheck you would have gotten.
Not once. Zero. Bad boss.
Jerk.
You know who you are.
Jerk.
Hopefully.
Jerk. Jerk. No, you know what? I think that my bad boss experience, I had one. His name was Eddie. You know, when he hired me, I had come out as being trans, and his very first question was, "Did you have the surgery?" Which I was like, you know, whatever, you say whatever. And so he seemed fine, and then I never called in sick. Like, I had to really be sick to be sick. There was occasionally where I took a day off, or I just was not feeling up to anything. Like, I just didn't feel well. And I remember one time I called in sick, and then the next week on the schedule, I was in for like 2 hours here, 2 hours there, 2 hours here, 2 hours there. I think I got like maybe like 12 hours that next week. And it sucked because it cost me $7 to get to work and home, and I'm only making $10, so that day I only made $3.
Yeah.
You know? And he did it again. He did it like 2 weeks in a row, and I'm notorious for this. I like to quit by text. Because I don't like to confront people. I'll confront you. I confront certain people, but I just really like, I quit, like, you know. And so I quit by text to him. I was like, I have your shirt. I'm gonna give it to you. Bye. Thanks.
I'm a little more confrontational. Because I don't know where it comes from. I mean, that particular example.
Did you confront the one that took your commission?
Yes.
Really?
And actually, what I did is
what happened?
I waited till the next day. Okay, because at this point I'm like, hey, enough is enough. And especially that last time, that day, I caught a shoplifter, right? It was only about a $300 chunk of jade, but nonetheless, I stopped the shoplifter, and this is what I get for thanks. So the next day, I showed up just before my shift, not wearing my work clothes. I'm wearing my biker jacket, my biker boots. I'm like, to me right now, it's fucking Saturday afternoon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's my boss at the till. There's customers. She's ringing through customers. And I'm sitting across the till looking at her like this, tapping my foot. You know? And she's looking at me like, you know, get to work kind of thing. I'm like, I'll just finish with your customers. You and I need to have a little word, right? Customers are done. Get one of the kids on the floor. Literally, I'm the one saying to the kids on the floor, hey, can you grab the till? I need to talk to such and such. I pull her aside, bring her to her office, and I sit her down, and I basically told her that her behavior is unacceptable.
Yeah.
You're being greedy. I'm making sales for you that you're cashing in on the commissions that belong to me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's inappropriate. Here are your keys. I quit.
Ciao. Bye-bye now.
See ya.
Thanks for coming in my hair and on my boyfriend.
Yeah. I've done that a few times, but I I don't know what it is. I like to confront somebody face to face because I apparently always got something to say.
I only ever did that once, and it was at Wendy's. I had a job at Wendy's for all of 24 hours, and I had went in and I went to work, and I was making the burgers, and at around 6 o'clock that evening, after someone had gone through my drive-thru at like 3 or 4, they had come through and they were like, "This burger's raw, and I got sick and I have food poisoning, blah, blah, blah." And so the manager took me into the back office and like started screaming at me. And I was like, first of all, if you know anything about food safety, it takes 24 hours for food poisoning to kick in, and that's a minimum 24 hours. You don't get sick instantly from eating raw chicken. It takes at least 24 hours for your body to go, "Oh, what's going on here?"
Happened to me.
No, right? And then he starts yelling at me like I'm so below him. So the next morning I remember walking in, and I was very polite. Bitchy, but polite. I had the uniform all folded up in my hand. I walked in, I dropped it on his desk and said, "I think this belongs to you." And I turned around and walked out. There was no other conversation. I literally walked straight into the back, right into the office. He was sitting there. I dropped it down, and I was like, "I think this belongs to you." And I turned around and walked out the door.
Yeah.
That was my like, yeah.
I feel that doing it that way, I don't know. It's a little empowering in the sense that, like,
yeah, but it's also empowering if you quit by text, because then you can go back to bed.
Well, that too. I mean, maybe it's because I want to let you know, bad employer, that I am not afraid of you, and I just can't help but want to give you a piece of my mind.
Or my boot in the ass.
That too. Maybe break it off in there too while I'm at it.
Oh my
so
God.
close, so many times.
So close. Yeah, you know what? In this new place, and I'm not just like blowing it up because of whatever. I really like where I work right now. I love Rexall. I love the people that I work with. Well, most of them. There's always going to be one person that you just don't get along with, and that's fine. If out of 30 people, there's only one person I don't get along with, I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm happy. I'm learning to suck it up. Like at first, it really bothered me, this person, but now I'm learning to be like, you know what, just let it go. Like you're here for like 2 hours or 8 hours, and you're with them, yes, but there's 24 hours in a day, so that means they're not really taking up a lot of your space, and you don't really have to talk to them if you don't want to. That's your choice. So I've learned to like, but I really like Rexall. It's probably one of the best experiences I've had retail-wise so far.
Yeah, and you've mentioned.
Like they seem great. Like my boss, Chris, is amazing. He's like if I need a day off, I'm like I needed the 13th off. Although, word of note, Chris, if I ask for the day off the next day, I don't want to work until 11:30 the night before. I'm just saying. As a side note, I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah, so I asked for the 13th off because I'm at Ryerson on the 13th, which is the day after Thanksgiving. It's Tuesday, right? Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, because you're going to see this on a Monday.
Thanksgiving, that's right.
Exactly. Yeah.
I move a lot. What can I say?
I was like, I need the 13th off because I'm gonna be at Ryerson, and no problem. Everything is like no problem. I have pissed off one supervisor because I was genuinely sick one day, and I called in sick, and apparently they had to stay super late. And unlike me, they're not very good at hiding their disdain. You can sort of see that they're pretty upset with me about that experience. I'm sure they've gotten over it by now, but
it's to be expected in that.
Yeah, they had to stay like 14 hours at work, and if I had come in, they wouldn't have had to stay so late. So I feel guilty about that. I feel bad, but like the reality is that I was genuinely sick, and
totally.
You know, I can't do anything when I'm sick. Like I can't serve a customer. I can't do anything.
You don't get other people sick too.
Exactly.
And even if you're not contagious, people see somebody sick. Oh, I'm gonna stay away from this person. It's just not good for business. Period.
Exactly. You just went on Brooklyn. It's not good for business.
It's not good for business.
It's not good for business. Hey. What is that? Who's that? The Fonz. The Fonz.
Hey. The thing is that like the way people see what they're entitled to as somebody who is in customer service, think about it like this. I like to use a relative example, like in the food business. Mm-hmm. Okay, you know, you're nice to your wait staff, you're courteous to your wait staff, you're polite to your wait staff, I guarantee you're gonna enjoy your meal.
Yeah.
Now, be a little bit of a dink. I'd question about eating the food at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so
not always, but yeah.
No, but you see what I mean? It's like if you're nice to your CSR, wherever it's a store or whatever, like I said,
CSR is customer service rep for those who don't know, by the way.
There you go. That's the thing. You may get little perks like I was talking about, little given discounts because you were such a great customer.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a douchebag, you get nothing.
And you're going to pay for that bag.
Yeah, you're going to pay as much as I can make you pay for that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So we're rounding down. I'm going to say this. My advice for customers is be patient. Be patient. I get it. You're a customer and you like to think that the world revolves around you, and it doesn't. There are a multitude of things going on all at once when you're working in customer service. So be patient. That's it. Take a deep breath, take an extra second, and be patient. My advice to people working in customer service is this. Know that someone coming into your store who has an attitude, who is in a bad mood, you don't know what happened with them outside of the store. And unfortunately, they're taking that out on you. It's wrong. I am in no way saying that it's not wrong, but I need you to know that it's not you, and I need you to take a deep breath and realize that it's not you. It's not directed at you, it's just directed at you, if that makes any sense.
And keep in mind that it's temporary. Look, you smile and nod, you put on your poker face. At the end of the day, you might not see these people again. You might not, but it doesn't matter. When your shift's over, who cares?
I say that to all of my supervisors when they say something like, just smile and nod. That's it. Smile and nod.
Yeah.
It's 8 hours of your day. Just smile and nod and just, get on with your day. Don't take it personal. Don't let someone's anger or bad attitude or whatever, don't take it personal. And it's hard. It really is. As a customer service rep, it's really hard not to take things personal, but you really have to learn to let stuff go.
You gotta put on that face. And just I want to throw in one last thing in there to demonstrate that. A good friend of mine died once, and I had to go to work the next day. How was my attitude at work? My attitude at work was great. How are you today? I'm great, because that's the nature of the business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's customer service.
Nature of the beast. Isn't that what it's called? The nature of the beast.
Yeah, got it.
Customer service. There's a lot of things that go on with customer service. There's good, there's bad, there's ugly, and then there's me. Just saying. But at the end of the day, the world revolves around customer service. Whether we do it to our boyfriends, whether we do it to the people that we work with, our entire lives are built on customer service and customer interaction and people interaction. And this is how the world works. Start dealing with that. Realize that people will treat you how you treat them. It's that simple. If you're a jerk, people are going to be a jerk. If you're nice, people are going to be nice. It's just the way the world works.
You attract what you open yourself to.
Exactly, 100%. So on that note, I will say, please never, ever, ever forget to comment, share, and subscribe. I love you all from the humblest part of my heart. Frank O, thank you for coming in and doing this.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it. It's kind of awesome.
Had a blast.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope that your Thanksgiving is a day that is filled with family and love, and you are thankful for the opportunities that you have in your life, and even the shitty ones, be thankful for them, because they are going to create the person that you become later on in life. Bye! Yeah.
And remember, don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe.